Hello everybody, this is Lama Caroline. I'm here in Janchubling in Spain, Malaga, okay? We're going to continue with the commentary of our Guru, Lama Gangchen Rinpoche's precious NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, okay? So, first we're going to do some preliminary prayers, because we always do, no? And then we'll continue with the commentary, yeah? Today we're going to talk about the section of inner purification, the 9-round breathing meditation, vase breathing, and so on, okay? But first, let's do the preliminary prayers together, okay? Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Triratnaya, Sangye Jada Sogi Jonamla, Janju Badu Dani NgalSo Chi, Dagi Jinsogi Pesona Hanki, Drola Penche Sangye Drupasho, Sangye Jada Sogi Jonamla, Janju Badu Dani NgalSo Chi, Dagi Jinsogi Pesona Hanki, Drola Penche Sangye Drupasho. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until enlightenment. Through the practices of generosity and the other perfections, may we become Buddhas for the benefit of all beings. 7 limitless thoughts to turn the mind towards awakening. Samchen Tamche Dewa Dan Dewe Gyudan Dampa Gyuchi. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. Samchen Tamche Dunya Dan Dunya Gi Gyudan Drawa Gyuchi. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Samchen Tamche Dunya Mepe Dewa Dami Drawa Gyuchi. May all beings experience the happiness that is beyond all misery. Samchen Tamchen Yerin Chadahanidan Trawe Tamnyon La Nepa Gyuchi. May all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others. Samchen Tamche Lusen Gidu Nale Soshin Trayun Lusen Dewa Dan Dempa Gyuchi. May all beings recover from the sicknesses of mind and body pollution and enjoy relative and absolute health now and forever. Samchen Tamche NgalSo Tochi China no Chu Koyu Dashi Samane Gyuchi. May all beings relax in a pure and healthy outer environment now and forever. Samchen Tamche Dansan Buli Gi Kiedo Dada China Gi Shide Dan Dukun Dempa Gyuchi. May all beings enjoy inner and world peace now and forever. Purifying the place and blessing the offerings. Tamche Du Nisa Shida Semala Sohame Padan La Tiltanya Bedurye Ranshin Jam Pohone Gyuchi La Dami Chupese No Sushan Dahani Kitro Kusan Chutri Lana Me Nanke Kangu Honkya Gyuchi. Om Namo Bhagavati Pansasawa Pramadani Tathagata Ahate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benze Benze Maha Benze Mahatetsa Benze Mahavidya Benze Mahabodhicitta Benze Mahabodhi Mandropa Samkramana Benze Sawakama Awarana Vishuddhana Benze So. expressing the power of the truth. Kunjo sungi tempa dan sangi dan janju sempa tam cheki jingi la dan so ni yo su so pe na dan chenpo dan chuki yin nampa dashi sangi mikya pe togi deshin yidu gyuchi. Invocation. Malu sem chen kun ki kun kyu chi du de pun je mi se jom se la no na malu yan da kien kyu pe chom den ko che ne di she su se. 7th branch offering and prayer. Gosungu pe go ne cha se lo no sha yi tru ho chu pa malu bo to me ne sa di tun tam che sha ke pa ke wahanam la je ira ko wa ma to pa du le shu ne dro la chu ki ko lo ko wa da da shen che nan chan chu chen po no. Mandala offering. Sajipa ki joshi meto tra ri ra li ji ni de gyampa di sangye shin tu mi te bo wa yi proko nanda hashin la chupa shu idam guru rana mandala kamira tayami. Request to the lineage gurus embodied in Kyabcha Trijang Doji-chan. Losangya wa kungi ye ni chi tu tri mehagyao te simpezo. Rabjan kyo ko kya so tru dung kun trin chen la mehesha bla so wa de. Om a guru vajradhara sumati gyana shasana dara samudra si bhadra sawa siddhi hum. Om a guru vajradhara sumati gyana shasana dara samudra si bhadra sawa siddhi hum. Om a guru vajradhara sumati gyana shasana dara samudra si bhadra sawa siddhi hum. Lucho sampo pel gyuta shipa tu jenten pehetrileyanoda pegedro lo zampe zepachen pal de la mehesha blaso wade Oma guru vajradhara suhumahati muni shahasaneka Uttavahadanya Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasiddhi Mama Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavahadanya Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasiddhi Mama Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavahadanya Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasiddhi Kyoni lama kyoni yudan kyoni kadroju kyonte dene sunte janchu badu kyumi kyase misowa didan badu chime tayan tuje chakyu zuzora dishi jidro nadro konso tengi drosan bachu son kyoni lama kyoni yudan kyoni kadroju kyonte dene sunte janchu badu kyumi kyase misowa didan badu chime tayan tuje chakyu zuzora dishi jidro nadro konso Tengi rosa bajosa. Kyuni lama kyuni yudan kyuni kadroju kyonte. Dene sunte janchu badu kyumi kase misowa. Didan badu chime tayan tuche kakyu sunzola. Shishi jidrona drokonso. Tengi drosa bajosa. You are the Guru, you are the Yidam, you are the Daka and the Dhamma protector. From now until we achieve awakening, we seek no other refuge than you. In this life, the bardo, in all our future lives, Please hold us with the hook of your compassion. Please liberate us from the fears of samsara and nirvana. Grant us all the realizations. Be our constant friend and free us from all interferences. Having requested 3 times in this way from our holy gurus, body, speech, and mind, come white, red, and dark blue lights and nectars that dissolve one by one and then together into our crown, throat, and heart chakra. The 4 kinds of obscuration are purified. We receive the 4 empowerments. The potential, the seed to achieve the 4 Buddha bodies is awakened. And then comes like a second, like kind of hologram, let's say, version, rainbow version of our guru smiling at us, very small, the size of our thumb, and comes to the crown of each and every one of us, no matter where we are in the world, yeah, and then dissolves through our central channel and mixes with our subtle mind at our heart, yeah. Dagilu Pakyake Swanda Dagina Pakyake Dagi Danyamechi Tujingilo Makyake Dagilu Makyake Swanda Dagina Makyake Dagi Danyamechi Tujingilo Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakya Muni Soha Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakya Muni Soha Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakya Muni Soha Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Okay, hello everybody. Hope you're all well this week. Everything's okay for you, yeah? So now what we're going to do is we're going to continue with the explanation of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, okay? So the last 2 times we were speaking about the very important meditation of how to meditate, do the meditation and recitation of Guru Buddha Vajrasattva, yeah? Which is to purify many kinds of imprints and negativity from our subtle mind and stop our negative karma from increasing, yeah? So anyway, so the last 2 times we talked about that, yeah? And actually, on Friday, I was speaking with our Spanish-speaking friends in the Spanish Zoom group, which is on a Fridays. And actually, they reminded me that in one of our NgalSo commentaries, actually, there's another explanation of Vajrasattva, which is true. There's many explanations of Vajrasattva. So in the explanation of Vajrasattva that's printed in the Spanish version of the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing commentary, it says that, well, there's 4 stages of meditation, no? When we do Vajrasattva mantra, yeah? So the first one, where we're pushing down and expelling negativities downwards, yeah? Purifying our subtle body, yeah? Energy. So in that commentary explains then is coming white nectars, yeah? The second cycle of 7 mantras, when we're purifying our subtle speech energy, in the commentary it says the energy is rising up now from the bottom up to the top like this. And there is coming red nectars, yeah? And then the third cycle of 7 mantras was purifying the subtle mind, yeah? So this is blue nectars, okay? So in that commentary it explains like that. Actually, there's very, very many different versions of each meditation. This is completely true and possible. Although actually in the last years, let's say last year, I mean the last, let's say 10 years or something, Rinpoche was always saying like white light with like a white radiance, white light with like a red radiance, white light with a blue radiance. Yeah, so it'd be kind of like slightly coloured actually. Yeah, more than it being like red, white, and blue and a strong, very strong primary colour. Yeah, so we can do like that. There's many beautiful meditations on and commentaries on Vajrasattva. So we should definitely try and do the Vajrasattva practice as much as possible. Yeah, okay. So last time we were talking about that. Okay. So now we're going to continue. So in my book, we're on this book. This is the second edition in English, Lama Ganche's book, NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2. If you don't have one, you can get from our online shop on the ngalso.org website, okay? Okay, so we're on the bottom of page 65, yeah? Okay, my book's a bit old, as you can see, but that means I read it now. It's falling to pieces now. So, okay, bottom of page 65, yeah? So it says, okay, we're in the section of 7 methods to dispel and transform interferences. Why? Because we have many interferences, yeah? So we know, no? Okay, so we need some method, yeah? Okay, to, to repel negativities, let's say, and recover our inner happiness and purity. So now we're on meditation. The first 3 we did. First one was the mantra of the perfection of wisdom. Tayata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasangati Bodhisattva. The second one was creating the Vajra tent, yeah. The third one was the Vajrasattva mantra, the 100-syllable mantra. And now we're on number 4, yeah, which says inner purification, harmonizing our body and mind through the 9-round breathing exercise, which purifies our subtle wind energy, yeah. And in Tibetan, what does it say? It says Lungro Gu Tragi Ugyung No Bugone Lusem Dag Jo Jaselni. So basically it says the same thing, yeah? Okay, fortunately. Okay, so then in the book, in Rinpoche's book, okay, so now what we're going to do is a special meditation. It's before we actually go into meditation, actually, yeah? So the purpose of the 9-round breathing meditation is to clear what's called the 2 side channels, okay? So first let me read the explanation that's in the Tantric Self-Healing 2. Then I'll explain to you what to do, and then I'll talk actually quite a lot more about this subject, yeah? Okay? So it says, sitting in the Vajra position, we visualize our gross physical body, our flesh, organs, and bones gradually melts into light, yeah? Until we are left with a holographic mental image which sparkles with rainbow lights, yeah? Okay? So first we sit in the Vajra position, in the diamond position. So what is that, yeah? So actually in Vajrayana Buddhism, when we say we sit in the Vajra position, it's what's called the full lotus position in the West, yeah? Okay. Why in the West it's a lotus position, and why in the Asia it's a Vajra position, I have no idea. But anyway, that's how it is, yeah? So basically it means we have to sit cross-legged, yeah? Okay. And okay, actually we have something called the 7-point meditation. I don't know if you can't see, yeah? But we're sitting cross-legged. If possible, the actual Vajra position. Okay, so actually it means we need to sit with the back straight like this, yeah? And if possible, we need to sit with our feet like this, okay, yeah? Like the left foot on the right thigh and the right foot on the left thigh. However, if you don't do yoga, yeah, and you're not flexible, please do not try this, because the only thing you will do is hurt yourself. You'll damage your knees, you'll damage your ankles, you'll damage your hips and your coccyx, and there's no point doing that at all, yeah? So if you would like to sit in the Vajra position, yeah, which, okay, somehow it's like recommended at a certain higher level of meditation, that's important, but please, you need to start going to yoga classes. You need to find a qualified yoga teacher, and you need to start exercising, yeah, okay? You need to stretch your muscles, your tendons. It's not just like that, yeah, okay? I mean, okay, maybe some Tibetan people or some people, they start when they're children, no? Sitting like that, then it's okay all the life. But to start as an adult or a late adult, sorry, it's not possible. So if you would like to sit like this, please, you go to a yoga class. If not, no problem. You can just sit cross-legged, okay, if you can, yeah. When we say cross-legged, by the way, we always mean we have a little cushion, yeah, under. I'll show you mine. 1 second. Have a little cushion under your coccyx, yeah. because all this is about like being in the position with the spine straight, yeah, so that we can meditate in the best way, yeah. So we need to have a small cushion that we sit on, and we sit in a cross-legged position, okay? Okay, and that's perfectly fine. If you cannot do the Vajra, the cross-legged position, it's possible. No, but some friends can't. No problem. Then you sit in a chair, let's say a plastic chair, a chair with a back actually, yeah? And you try and sit as straight as possible, yeah. Actually, I know somebody, they did a 6-year meditation retreat like this, sitting on a plastic chair, okay? And I'm sure they got great experience, yeah? So if you can't sit cross-legged, it's not a problem, okay? But anyway, this is the instructions like this, okay? So sit cross-legged in the Vajra position, yeah? Okay? So let's say sit with your back as straight as possible, yeah, okay, with little cushion. So why? Because otherwise we're slumping, yeah, okay. That's not a good position. We need to sit straightly, yeah, and also like central, yeah, in a balanced way. Rinpoche always said, not too much that way, 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 yeah. Need to be balanced, yeah, okay. So sitting like this, yeah. So then what we start to do is we can just sit with, let's say, sit cross-legged, yeah? Actually, you can't see, but I'm using something called a gomtag, a meditation belt, yeah? Let's say, in a very common way of speaking, it's very better to sit cross-legged like this because, for example, where I'm sitting now, I don't have a back, yeah, of a seat, yeah? So it's helping to maintain my posture, okay? So anyway, it's like Rinpoche was always showing this in Borobudur, always pointing out to the people who have the meditation belt. Anyway, so I have one of these around my knees, which you can't see. Yeah? So what we need to do is sit cross-legged or sit in a chair that's got in any comfortable way, like in a balanced way, okay? And then what we start to do is we just start to breathe, like when we mean breathe, by the way, we try and breathe through the nose, yeah, not through the we're not breathing in and out through the mouth, yeah? So first thing to do maybe is blow your nose, yeah? So we're going to breathe in and we're going to breathe out through our nostrils, okay? So we just sit, yeah? And actually, first thing we need to do is bring our mind back into the room because probably our mind's been out even though there's a pandemic, still the mind is going everywhere, So first we need to just be aware that I'm sitting here, wherever is here, and bring ourselves back into the room. And then it's like, oh, I'm sat here, yeah? And be aware as we breathe in and as we breathe out. Just be aware of the breathing, yeah? In a very natural way, okay? First, yeah? Just in a relaxed way, okay? So that's the first thing to do. Just be aware I'm sat here breathing, okay? And then it says, as we visualize that our gross physical body of flesh, organs, and bones melt into light until there's only a holographic mental image which sparkles with empty light, yeah? So this is called the Tongra, this is very important, yeah? When we do this kind of energy work, let's say, the Tantra and so on, we always need to have this kind of what we call the empty body, yeah? Okay? So hang on, let me find some notes about this, yeah? So actually, this teaching, okay, about the breathing meditations, the vase breathing, and what's called the Trulko, yeah, okay, our yoga system, yeah. How did this come about, yeah? So in 1993, after Rinpoche come back from Indonesia and he started to explain about the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, yeah. Then we were in Milano, in the Kumpan Institute in Milan, yeah, where it was all happening in those days, yeah. And we just made the actually we were just making the book of the self-healing, okay. And at that time, Rinpoche invited Geshe Tenda, yeah, okay, who was one of his let me just find this for a second. One of his like close friends from the monastery, yeah, okay. And okay, let me just find the notes, yeah. So Rinpoche invited this great master called Geshe Tenda that Rinpoche had like very special connection with, a very strong friendship, and I'm sure they were both the disciples of the same lamas for sure, yeah. And so actually, Rinpoche said, okay, now we need, as part of the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, I need to explain you some things which are going to be called the 6 Trollcore exercise and Naropa. So here actually today, we're going to explain only the sitting and actually this preparation actually, yeah? This is actually coming later on in this teaching, okay? So it says, I need to explain this to you. It says, fortunately, as it happens, my dear friend Geshe Tenda, who I've invited to Kumpen, he knows very well how to do this, so I've requested him to explain this to you. So then, actually, it was Geshe Tendala who actually gave us this teaching on the Trollcore, on this kind of exercise for the first time, yeah, okay? So this is all part of what Trollcore, yeah? Actually, Trollcore is the Tibetan word for the translation of yantra, yeah, okay, in Sanskrit, yeah. Yantra can mean many different things. It can mean, like, for example, like a diagram, like some kind of mandala. There's many kind of yantras for meditation, yeah. But one translation for yantra or trollcore is like mechanism, okay. And so, just like with we have many mechanisms. For example, we have a mechanism in a watch, okay, a mechanical watch, and it turns around and it tells the time, yeah. And we have all kinds of mechanical devices, and if we start them, we put the power in, start them turning, yeah, and then they produce all kinds of useful things for us, don't they? That's why we developed this kind of technology in the last few hundred years, yeah, okay. So this Trollcore technology is using the yantra, the Trollcore, the mechanism of our body, yeah. So what we're doing, Rinpoche always explained like this, that now the machine's going wrong, yeah. So it's like a machine that you can turn it in 2 different directions. Let's say it's a generator, but now it's generating samsara, yeah, because we just let it go without any attention. And the engine for our motor, yeah, let's say our mental motor is unknowing the nature of reality, desire and hatred, yeah. So this is like turning. This is produced from this is coming desire, hatred, jealousy, yeah, many unskillful actions, many kinds of karma, yeah. And then the whole, what we call the wheel of samsara, is turning around, and our personal and collective samsara is being produced, yeah. So we have a kind, unfortunately, at the moment, we have a kind of perpetual motion generator of samsara, which is powered by ignorance, desire, and hatred. And every single moment, our brain, our mind, whatever you want to call it, has this design fault where we have unknowing, we don't understand the nature of reality, and from this, things we're attracted to, we grasp at, we over-exaggerate the good qualities, yeah, and we become obsessed with them. Things we don't like, we also over-exaggerate their negative qualities and become obsessed by their horribleness, yeah. And from this is like a kind of generator. Then come out all the emotions, all the unskillful actions of body, speech, and mind, and the whole mess that we call samsara is coming out from this. So this is how not to use the mechanism of your body, speech, and mind. But unfortunately, that's how we use it, because we don't know it can go in any other way, yeah, okay. However, Rinpoche always said that, okay, our samsara, our mechanism of body and mind is turning like this, okay, and producing samsara. But he said, no problem, we just need to change the position of our body and mind, and we need to get it to turn in the other direction, yeah. So, okay, first it's like spinning super fast, but first we need to get it to slow down, yeah, with the ethics, the concentration, the meditation, and so on and so on. And then at one point we can get it to turn in the other direction, okay. So then first it's not going so fast, yeah, looks like stopping, no, then it's turning the other direction, and it's producing what we call nirvana and enlightenment, yeah. So it's just reversing the direction of the machine of the body and mind, yeah. Now every day, Rinpoche says that we should do every day 1 less negative action and 1 more positive action, but mainly we're just doing like 1 and more negative action because we don't know any better, no. But anyway, it's possible. Once we know, we can do something about it. That's the good thing, isn't it? So anyway, so Rinpoche invite Geshe Tenda to explain to us these kind of exercises, of which there's many actually in the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2 book, yeah? And then afterwards there's many more, okay? So hang on, let me find them. Fortunately, I took notes, yeah, okay? So let me just find them, yeah? But what we're going to do today actually is is the preparation actually for Trulko, yeah, which is the 9-round breathing meditation and the Tongra, okay, the empty body meditation, okay. Okay, I'm just finding the notes I took, okay. Okay, right, okay. Okay. Okay, so okay, so in the 26th of January 1993, which was about a week after we were actually making the Tantric Self-Healing book at this time, and we went to visit the Pope, yeah, Pope John Paul. We were kind of very busy with Rinpoche, always very busy with Rinpoche, no? Like running for positive things, yeah. So we were doing all this in a few weeks, yeah. Okay. So anyway, so Geshe Tendala, he said that the 6 magic wheels and the six Trulko, actually, better translation, yeah. Sometimes they say like Trulko because Tru is the word for like magic, okay. But what they mean by magical is it means like also we can say like a mechanism, yeah, like oh wow, it's producing something. Yeah? Let's say there's 6 yantras, the 6 mechanisms are based on are part of what's called the 5 yogas of Naropa, yeah, okay. But he says if we want to do these exercises, actually we need to do the Vajrasattva purification, at least the short one. So that's what, as you can see, just before Rinpoche left, he put the Vajrasattva meditation into the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing book, the 100-syllable recitation, yeah? And the last 2 times I explained to you how to do, so please do, yeah? So, Lama Tsongkhapa said, we're so lucky to have the opportunity to listen to the teachings on the Maha Anuttara Yoga Tantra, the highest Yoga Tantra, and also incredibly lucky to hear about what's called the 6 Yoga of Naropa. Actually, these days, 5 Yoga of Naropa, because one was cancelled, yeah? But anyway. But he says, if we want to really listen to these teachings, we should avoid the 3 faults of the vessel, as they say in the Lamrim, in the Gradual Path teachings, yeah? So, for example, if you're going to have dinner now, for example, yeah, and you're going to serve some food, you want a bowl that's clean, yeah, okay? Let's say you're going to have like a nice soup or something. It's winter, no, in Europe, yeah? So you want one beautiful soup, so you need one bowl that's very clean, yeah? And you want a bowl that's not broken, because if you put your soup into a bowl that's broken, it will fall out, yeah, it will leak. And also, if your bowl is upside down, there's no way to get the soup in. So it says we have to avoid the 3 faults of a vessel being like that, yeah? So, okay, contaminated, being a contaminated pot means so full of your own ideas, cannot listen. It's contaminated, no? Also, yeah, it's full of, too full of like negative, full of concept. Also, pot upside down, not open to listening, yeah? And also, we shouldn't be like a leaky pot in that in 1 minute and out the other, yeah, which is a very big problem these days because our memory is not so good, no, thanks to modern technology. We don't have to use our memories anymore, so that means they're getting weak, yeah. So anyway, so we should listen carefully, okay. And so then Geshe Tenda said we should listen to these precious teachings carefully, and we have to retain the information, yeah. And for all this kind of Maha Anuttara Yoga Tantra teaching, we should have a good motivation, yeah? So the motivation is I would like to listen to this teaching in order to put it into practice, in order to achieve nirvana or Buddhahood, yeah? Okay? Like, you know, not only for me, but I'd like to enable other people to achieve that, yeah? And it says if we don't have this kind of motivation, actually we're a contaminated pot, yeah? Like if somebody served you some food in a restaurant with a dirty bowl, you send back, no? Yeah. So it says if anything that's put into a dirty bowl becomes contaminated and uneatable, becomes useless, yeah? So Geshe said life is precious, yeah? And it's very difficult to achieve the good condition that we have now, yeah? So we shouldn't waste the precious opportunity that we have right now, yeah? And we should try and use it to achieve awakening, yeah? So, in order to achieve awakening, we need to enter the gates of the Maha Anuttara Yoga Tantra, the highest Yoga Tantra, yeah? So, how do we enter this gate? How do we get our visa or our passport to enlightenment? How do we get in through the door of the kingdom of enlightenment? Is by taking initiation, yeah? Okay? Actually, Rinpoche, Lama Gangchen, he always said he wanted to make us like enlightenment passports, yeah? Okay? and that they would be valid in all Pure Lands. Yeah, okay. So actually, we did produce some of them. I think I showed some of the on a few weeks ago. No? So we had these little cards, and it said, "You have the secret tantric name of, I don't know, like Ikshobhya or Amitabha or one of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas." Yeah. And with this, you can get into the Pure Land of Akshobhya or Vairocana if you do the practice, yeah? And once you can get into one Pure Land, you can get into all Pure Lands, yeah? So actually, we did have enlightenment passports, yeah? That Rinpoche gave us all, yeah? Okay. Anyway. Okay. However, Rinpoche, he specifically said that generally this is true, no, absolutely true. Also with us, no, in our NgalSo system, that of course people need to receive the initiation in order to do the practice. Yeah. However, in the case of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing too, Rinpoche said he gave permission for everybody to listen to the teaching and anybody who liked to try and put it into practice. Yeah, get anybody in the world, which is also why in the end, finally, we put these things on the YouTube, no, okay. Because that means anybody can listen who like, yeah. But hopefully, if anybody really, really want to deepen their connection with these teachings, then you eventually come to one center, yeah. You deepen your connection, yeah. And we have many, 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 many levels of empowerment and so on. So if you're very interested, finally, please come to one of our centers when it's possible, of course, not now. But in the future, when things are easier, are better, please come and visit one of our centers, yeah. Connect a little more with our NgalSo tradition, yeah. And then anyway, then everything is there for you, okay? Anyway, so then Geshe-la said, first, of course, we have to study the Lamrim. That means we need to have the 3 principal aspects of the path: renunciation, bodhicitta, the correct view of reality. And we need to aspire to practice the bodhisattva path. We need to take the bodhisattva vows, and we need to generate either what's called the aspiring or actual bodhicitta, yeah? And if we don't have bodhicitta, the mind of enlightenment in our hearts, we're not a Mahayanist. We're not practicing the Mahayana, yeah? And if we're not a Mahayanist, actually the Vajrayana, let's say classically speaking, is not possible, yeah? Okay? However, Rinpoche said, don't worry, I take responsibility, everybody can have a go, is what he said. He wanted to open the doors of the kingdom of enlightenment to everybody. Yeah? So please welcome to come in, have a try, yeah. And if you really want to try, then welcome to join you. Okay. And he said, maybe somebody here has generated bodhicitta. Well, for sure, Rinpoche had those for sure. But he said many people can't do this, yeah. But at least you need to have this, like what we call aspiring bodhicitta. That means I would really like to be a bodhisattva. I hope it's possible for me in the future to become a bodhisattva, yeah? Like one time in Bourbadona, we had this special ceremony, like this bodhicitta ceremony, where we made very strong wishes and we dedicated like all the merit we had in our lives to become bodhisattvas, either in this life or very quickly in the next life, okay? So anyway, we have techniques to generate the bodhicitta, okay? So he says, if you don't have this, he said, this is Geshe Tenda, he said, these physical exercises will be useless, okay? However, our Genshin Rinpoche never said that. He said, have a go, no problem, yeah? He said, I take responsibility, please try if you like, okay? Okay, but anyway, Geshe Tenda said, we must practice Lamrim before the highest yoga tantra. This is true, actually. Also, we practice in the Ganda Nyingpo tradition, the union of Sutra and Tantra, yeah? So we continue the 2 practices of Lamrim and Tantra together. And he says, if you just jump into these highest yoga tantra meditations without the background, you will develop strange feelings, yeah, okay? And he says, highest yoga tantra is like a powerful jet plane, and if we try and fly it without the training in the Lamrim, what will happen? We will crash, yeah, okay? So he said, please, mainly, put your energy into developing bodhicitta, the mind of enlightenment, and spend your time investigating the nature of phenomena, the nature of reality, yeah? And he said, without these 2, yeah, all these things on breathing and pranayama and sitting like this and moving like this, breathing and moving the subtle energies will be of no use, yeah, okay? So anyway, that was Geshe Tenda's advice at the beginning when he started to explain these things to us, okay? And he was sat there next to Rinpoche, yeah? in the Kumpon, we used to have like this very, very kind of long, actually it's still there, very like long seat throne thing, yeah? So Rinpoche and Geshe Tenda sat there together, okay? Okay, so Geshe Tenda said, on this basis of understanding something about the Mahayana, developing some kind of understanding of bodhicitta and emptiness, then we need to practice Guru Yoga. So in the NgalSo Tantric preliminary practices, we have all this, yeah? Okay? We have the generation of bodhicitta, yeah? And we have the Guru Yoga, like, for example, in a very short way, Locho Zampo Pelgyo Tashipa, no? Rinpoche prayer, mantra, yeah? And Pakyuki Kudang, yeah? Yeah. So anyway, so we're doing that, no problem, yeah? So he said, please, before you try and do this kind of exercise, you need to do what's called the 4 kinds of preliminary practice, yeah? First one is taking refuge in the 3 jewels, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, yeah? So therefore, in our practice, we're saying, Namo Gurubhya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, in Sanskrit, yeah? And then we're saying Sangye Chodan Sogi Chonam La Janchu Badu Dani Kyatsuchi Dagi Jin Sogi Pesonan Kidrola Pension Sangye Trupasho, which means to the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha, the Supreme Assembly, I take refuge, yeah? I go for refuge until enlightenment through the practice of the 6 bodhisattva perfection and so on. May I become a Buddha for the benefit of all beings, okay? So this is taking refuge and generating bodhicitta if we do it in the right way. Also, the 7 limitless thoughts, yeah? Semchen, Tamche, Dewa, Dan, Dewa, Gyudan, Denpa, Gyuchi, and so on, yeah? This is turning the mind towards bodhicitta, very important, yeah, okay? So, actually, if you do the NgalSo preliminary, if we do the NgalSo preliminary practices with understanding, with feeling, actually all this is there, so no problem, yeah? This is why Rinpoche made this greatest hit collection of preliminary practices for us to do all the time, the same one, yeah, okay? Okay, so next one, actually, okay, so we need refuge and bodhicitta. Second one is Guru Yoga. So we have Locho Zampo Pelgyuta Shipa Tu Chen Tempe Hetrin Leyanota Pegedro Lozam Peze Pachen Pao De La Mehesha Blasoade. And the mantra Oma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bhadra Vasamahanya Sawasidi. Okay, Guru Yoga and Pakyuki Kuda, Makyuki Kuda, Rinpoche lies dissolving into our subtle mind, blessing our subtle mind and wind, yeah? Number 3, we need to do Vajrasattva meditation, yeah? So that's why we're explaining, last week, the Vajrasattva practice, yeah? Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Teno Pratishta Drido Meba Suto Kayo Mebawa Supo Kayo Mebawa Anurato Mebawa Sawa Siddhi Mebawa Sawa Kama Sutta Me Tritan Sriyam Guru Aha ha ha ho Bhagawa Sawa Tata Gata Badra Mame Mutta Badra Bhawa Maha Samaya Sapa And I explained the last week how to do the Vajrasattva meditation, okay? So that's okay, no? Number 4 is we need to do mandala offering. So before I was showing this, okay, so the most easy, simple way is you get your rosary like this. Okay, I don't know if you can see my fingers. No, I don't know if you can see. So I can't see my fingers at the moment, yeah? But you do like this, yeah? In the middle, this is your ring fingers sticking up like this. This is Mount Meru, the cosmic mountain. And then you make a kind of lattice, yeah? Okay, anyway. You need somebody to show you how to do it, yeah? But anyway, it's like 4 points, yeah? These are the 4 great continents, yeah? So this is Mount Meru and the 4 great continents, which basically is like east, south, west, and north of our world, okay? So we imagine the world the most beautiful we can, and we offer that to the Buddhas, yeah? And that's when we do Sajipa ki joshi metra tramri. I'm sorry. Sajipa ki joshi metra tramri raliji ni de padi sangye jidu mi te puwayi Prokuna Shila Chupasho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami. So we say, the ground sprinkled with perfume and spread with flowers, the great mountain, the four continents, and the sun and the moon, yeah, which in the ancient, let's say, cosmology, it's like when we look in the sky now, if we see the sun and the moon turning around in the sky. So it means like this, okay? The earth-centered view of reality, yeah? I offer this in visualization as a pure land of the Buddhas. May all beings experience this pure land. Yeah, then idam, yeah? Idam, not yidam, by the way. Idam, Guru, Ratna, Mandalakam, Niryatayame. Oh, precious Guru, Ratna Guru, yeah? I offer this mandala. This is idam in Sanskrit. So I offer to you, my precious Guru, this precious mandala, okay? And we go like this, and we visualize, yeah? When we finish, then we go like this, yeah? And that's the most easy and short way to do the mandala offering. Then, of course, there's the outer mandala, the inner mandala, the secret mandala, the suchness mandala, and many, many explanations, and a long mandala, and all kinds of things, okay? Of course, yeah? But anyway, so we need to do these four kind of practices before we do this breathing kind of exercise and the yoga exercise and other things, yeah? So that means every time you want to do like the some kind of breathing or trolko or anything like this, you need to do the preliminary practices, yeah? Which is the first part of the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, okay? Yeah. Also, if possible, Geshe said, also Rinpoche said, please do prostrations and so on, yeah, okay? Yeah, so Geshe said actually normally there's an extensive way of doing this, but actually Ganshin method's way is shorter and easier. So actually we're very lucky because we're the heir to the short and easy method to do it, yeah, okay? But he said, please, if possible, in the course of your lifetime, try and do 100,000 times the Guru Yoga Mantra, Mandala Offering, Vajrasattva, and the prayer of taking refuge and generating bodhicitta, okay? If possible. If not, anyway. If not, when you do the NgalSo practice, it's at the beginning. So actually, Genshin Rinpoche is always used to say, no problem, just repeat the prayers a lot, and then finally you do 100,000 times, yeah? So, for example, so if you did every day, yeah, that would be 365 times a year, yeah? So then, in 10 years, that would be, how many times would that be? 3,500, yeah? So, okay, so you might have to do a few times a day, yeah? Okay, so if you did like several times a day, you'd probably, anyway, so we need to do actually, he said do this a lot, yeah, okay? Anyway, remember we're supposed to do this 6 times a day actually, so if you do like many times a day, then you can accomplish the 4 preliminary practices just like that, yeah? So Rinpoche always used to say jokingly, just do a lot of Lama Chirpa, do a lot of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, and you will accumulate all the things that you need, no problem, yeah, okay? Okay, so then, okay, so, right, so now we're sitting in the Vajra position. That means, let's say, in a modern way, we're sitting cross-legged. If you're some kind of super yoga practitioner and you are warmed up and you have flexible knees and ankles and hips, you can sit like that. However, if it's uncomfortable, please don't do it, yeah, because you will damage the tendons in your knees and you'll be unable to walk, yeah. So it's not, when the idea of all this is to make us better, not worse, yeah. And we also have to understand what our level is. So let's say, for example, you're like 58 years old and you think, oh, that's a good idea, I'd like to try that, yeah. Well, I was saying at the beginning, don't know if everybody heard, but please first you go to a yoga class, yeah. You need to develop the strength of your muscles, your tendons, and so on, yeah. Not just try and force yourself into this kind of position. Please just sit cross-legged, yeah, with your back straight. So you need to sit on a little cushion, yeah, under your coccyx, yeah. And if you can't sit like that, please sit very straight in a chair with your back straight, yeah? Genshin Rinpoche, he said that his guru Kyabje Trijan Rinpoche, he always said that when you do retreat, you should sit with like a seat with a back, yeah? Why? Because then it's like you need to keep the back straight, because otherwise you tend to like go like this or go like this or go like this or something, yeah? So Rinpoche's teacher, Kyabje Trijan Doji Chang, he said, better one seat with the back. So actually, for example, in Albaniano, no problem. Everybody has their own little throne, or they used to have. We have wicker that Mr. Yan got from Thailand, yeah? So each one has a little back, yeah? So that the meditator's seat should be like that, yeah? Doesn't need to be anything fancy, but you need some back support, yeah? Also, you need to a little bit actually raised off the ground, yeah? Why? Because otherwise you're getting damp, yeah? And you need to sit on a cushion because otherwise it's uncomfortable, yeah? Okay. So anyway, like that, okay? So we're sitting like this in some kind of cross-legged position. And so now what we do is we imagine that our gross physical body of flesh, organs, and bones gradually melts into light until we're left with a holographic mental image which sparkles with rainbow lights, yeah? Okay? So Genshin Rinpoche made like a, let's say, an adapted version of these kind of meditations. Why? It's like, he said this is like preparation for the Trulko. He never said this is the Trulko, this is the 6 yoga of Naropa. He said this is the preparation meditation, okay? And actually, honestly, it's better, yeah? So, for us, yeah? Okay. So now what we're going to do, sitting comfortably with our back straight, yeah? Yeah, shoulders straight and so on, yeah? So we have something called the 7-point position of Vairocana. So we need to sit. Imagine like there's a string on the top of your head and somebody's pulling it up, yeah? So that means that your spine is straight. Your chin is a little bit tucked in, yeah? Your shoulders are balanced, yeah? You're sitting cross-legged. You have your left hand in your lap, and then your right hand is over the top, yeah? Okay. You're looking, your arms are like this. Now, Rinpoche always said we have many triangles in the body, okay? So here, I'm trying to show you a bit. Can you see? See? Okay. Here is one triangle. Here is another triangle. When you look down on your knees, there's two triangles, no? Where your knees are bent like that, yeah? Then he said, here is one triangle. And down the groin, there's one triangle. So it said actually it's coming like a yantra, you know? Trulko means yantra, right? Yeah? So it's like one triangle like this, and one triangle like that, an interlaced triangle, yeah? Yeah? So arms are like this. Why it's like that? Because, okay, now it's in Europe, now it's cold, yeah? But otherwise, if you like this, you sweat, yeah? So we need some kind of air cooling system, yeah? 2 hands together. Now, your 2 thumbs are go like that, yeah? Okay, touching. And these 2 thumbs are at the level of your navel, and your hands are like that, yeah? Okay? I don't know if you can see that. Like this, no? Okay. Yeah, something like that, yeah. And then our tongue is either on the palate or behind the teeth, and anyway, it's touching the roof of our mouth, yeah. And our eyes are like sort of gazing sort of in a kind of unfocused way forward, yeah, okay. Like it's not exactly like staring, but just kind of in an unfocused way. We focus on one point, so actually we're kind of actually relaxing the gaze, yeah, okay. And we're breathing in and we're breathing out through our nose, yeah. So first we'll just sit and see what that feels like, yeah. So we're not breathing through the mouth, okay. If you can't breathe through your mouth, maybe you need to blow your nose or something, yeah, okay. So first, we just become aware of the actual physical sensation of breathing. Yeah? Actually, that's also very relaxing. So it can feel like actually the breath should be going down. By the way, like okay, your lungs are expanding here, but the feeling is like your abdomen is moving. Yeah, okay. So and then as we start to breathe in and breathe out, we'll just try and focus on that. But our breath is kind of like an eraser. So like an eraser for like we have when we draw something, no? We have a rubber eraser, and then we can rub out the design with the rubber, yeah? So now as we breathe in and we breathe out, we're erasing the physicality of our body, like the bones, the muscle, the tendon, the sinew, all the hard parts of our body are like gradually dissolving into light, yeah? So as we breathe in and we breathe out, our body becomes the same, yeah, okay, but made of light. So I remember in the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, we say we arise as Vajrasattva, okay? So in this particular version of how we do, we imagine like a clear crystal body of light. So if you like, can look like you if you want, or can look like Buddha if you prefer, yeah. But anyway, it's completely pure and actually sparkling with rainbow light. So actually very joyful feeling, yeah, like very beautiful actually, yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do first is just breathe in and breathe out and concentrate on that, okay? And this is called the Tongra, the empty body, yeah. So this is super important, yeah. And even if we just got to this today, that would be like very good, yeah. So this is an important meditation, okay? So let's try and do that together, okay? When you're erasing the physicality of your body, you can do it like systematically. Maybe like these days we have like scanners, no? So we can maybe start here and go and just gradually erase the physicality from, or you could do the other way up, yeah, but whatever. But anyway, you need to erase everything, yeah? So you're left with this rainbow light body, okay, with no organs, no muscles, no bones. But anyway, it looks like it's still your body, no? But without the physical parts, yeah? Okay, so what we imagine is that a whole body is a body of light, yeah, okay? And this is very, very important, yeah? When we do any kind of meditation, of actual yoga or breathing or anything like this, chakras, channels, winds and drops and all this kind of stuff, which is a lot of things that we're going to do. First, we always need to generate this tongra, this empty body, yeah? Because when we start to work with the subtle body, the channels, the subtle winds, the drops, yeah, it said actually we don't know how to do it now, okay? So we're unblocking, and then many energies are coming and moving, yeah. But it says, actually, this is what Geshe Tenda said, not me. He said, if you don't know how to practice properly, you can make yourself sick, yeah? Okay? So how we avoid making ourselves sick is by visualizing that we have an empty, hollow body with no organs, no bones, and so on, yeah? Okay, so we say it's like a rainbow body or like an illusory body, yeah? So it looks like us, but it's made of light, yeah? Okay? Everything inside of us is only light, like a rainbow, yeah? So it's like a kind of, I don't know, in these, he said like a balloon full of air, yeah? And there's nothing inside, but anyway, it occupies space. And nowadays we would say like a hologram or something, yeah? Okay? So anyway, so he said, if we meditate like this, as a result, our body and mind becomes very light, very supple, very soft, yeah? And he said it's like the cotton. I don't know if you've ever seen cotton, yeah? Okay, on the bush, it's like something very light, no? And it said just a small wind can blow it away, yeah? It's easy to move, yeah? So our body is like very soft, very flexible, like that, yeah? And so he said that should be our subjective experience of this Tongra, this empty body meditation, yeah? Okay? So anyway, so this is something we could definitely, these days, maybe this week, we can experiment with this, yeah? Like when we get up in the morning, let's try, you know, just, also it's easy, no? Even you can just sit in your bed, yeah? Sit up with a cushion on the end of your bed, no? Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, we have a lot of this kind of meditation. So also as you breathe in, okay, taking in positive energy, breathing out all the stress, all the tension. And then your breath is like erasing the physicality of the body, and you're left with this body of light, okay? Okay. Like beautiful, actually, like a rainbow body. Like, so anyway, the feeling should be like very happy, very joyful. So anyway, that's already good, isn't it? Yeah. Feeling, oh, like I feel I'm like a rainbow, everything. Then you definitely have at least minimum, you have a positive feeling, yeah? Okay. So then what we have to do with our empty body, our rainbow body, and we have to continuously remember this when we do these kind of meditations, because if not, some kind of wind, some energy can move and get blocked within the body, and the feeling is kind of uncomfortable, yeah? So this is why we do this kind of, everything is very smooth, very soft, very empty, so the winds can flow easily. Then we have less uncomfortable feelings, okay? So they said, okay, sit in Vajra position, if possible, with the feet like that, or on your thighs. If not, sit cross-legged. If not, sit in a chair with your back straight, okay? So he said, then, okay, you sit with your left hand in your lap, yeah? And then on top is your right hand, yeah? Your two thumbs are touching, yeah? And so you're like this, no? And your hands actually are 4 fingers below the navel, yeah? Okay? So our navel chakra is the center of what we call the Tumo, which in Tibetan means the fierce mother, but actually is better known in the West as the Kundalini, okay, from the Indian tradition, yeah? So this is like our inner fire energy. So for most, let's say, ordinary people, us normal people, actually this Tumo, this Kundalini, is inner fire. What do we use it for? We use it for digesting our food, actually, yeah? So that is sort of like the digestion, the vitality in our life, yeah? But it can be used in a very different way, spiritual evolution. And there's many, many, many meditations in our Vajrayana tradition to do so, okay? Advanced meditations, yeah? Okay. But anyway, Rinpoche Lama Ganchen, he opened up all his tradition to us, so we can try, yeah? And if as a result you have a wonderful experience, fantastic, yeah? Why not, yeah? Okay. So, our thumbs like this. This is like a little flame, no? Okay, like this, no? This light here is like looks like a little bit like a flame. You see, like the candle, no? Okay, so imagine here is one flame, okay, at the level of the navel, yeah. And the fingers are like this, no? There's 4 and 4, so this is the channels actually coming out from here, yeah. Okay, so this thumb is our bodhicitta channel. This thumb, the left thumb, is our wisdom channel, yeah? So method and wisdom, love and peace, okay? Yeah? Masculine and feminine, the 2 energies, okay? We have many, many of these explanations and systems, but here we explain like this, okay? So when we touch the 2 together, yeah? Bodhicitta and emptiness, this is like, I don't know, like this lighter, no? It creates the heat, yeah? And this tumo fire starts to increase here in the navel chakra, yeah, okay. But it says if we have enough positive energy or merit, yeah, because many of us, we try for many years to do these meditations, and if it's not working, we shouldn't conclude, oh, the meditation doesn't work. What we should conclude is, I haven't got enough merit, I haven't got enough positive energy, yeah. Which is why I keep on saying, yeah, again and again, that if we want all this technology to work, what we need is lots of merit, yeah, positive energy, punya. How do we get lots of positive energy? By generating bodhicitta. Okay, what's bodhicitta? Lama Genshin said it's changing our small selfish heart into the big open heart of compassion, okay? So to start with, we need to start to think more about other people, yeah? We need to develop empathy, yeah? Like genuine empathy towards other people, yeah? We need to develop unconditional love, yeah? We need to care about other people, yeah? And when we start to become aware of many other people, other beings and their suffering, then automatically on this feeling, oh, I'd like to do something to help them, yeah? Okay? Like naturally, it's a natural human feeling actually. And it's like, oh, what can I do, yeah? And then I think, oh, okay, maybe I could be a doctor or a social worker or an engineer or whatever, you know? I've got many possibilities, no? Of course, whatever job we have, there's a way somehow we can help others, yeah? And we should use our job for the benefit of others. But then you might think, yeah, but still really, many times I try and help people, but actually I make things worse. I don't understand how things are, yeah? So we should think, I'd like to develop the highest kind of quality and ability that a human being has. Then I'd really be able to help and benefit many beings. So for this reason, I would like to become a Buddha, so I could really have a positive impact on society and on the world, yeah, okay? I could really contribute a lot if I became more enlightened, yeah? So then is coming really what we call the bodhicitta mind, yeah, the mind of enlightenment, yeah, okay? So anyway, so if this meditation doesn't work, you have to conclude, I should be nicer to people. I should be kind. I should develop empathy. I should do what Rinpoche says. I should change my small selfish heart into the big open heart of compassion, yeah? And I should see where's my friend and where's my enemy. Oh, that's the enemy, not you, and so on. All these basic things are super important. Without the basic things, the rest isn't going to happen, yeah? So I don't know, all year actually I've been repeating that actually, yeah, okay? Why? Because this is the truth, you know. Anyway, so if we have enough positive energy and merit, what will happen is that, okay, we have this empty body, okay? But then Rinpoche says, okay, he says, okay, we have our gross physical body of flesh, organs, and bones gradually melt into light until we're left with a holographic image which sparkles with rainbow light, yeah? Then it says, if this is too difficult, imagine that our ordinary body becomes very clean and clear, yeah? In the center of our body are 3 channels. The central channel runs from between the eyebrows to 4 fingers below the navel. The left and right channels run from the 2 nostrils parallel to the central channel and plug into the central channel at our navel. The central channel is very powerful and filled with life energy, and the flanking side channels are very thin and weak, yeah? So we are made of this fantastic rainbow light, this empty body, yeah, like a sort of subtle body, okay? But now there is something inside, yeah? So what we have is what we call the central channel, yeah, where is the source of all our essential life energy. And then we have these 2 side channels, one that start here at the edges of the nostrils, and then they flank this central channel and plug into it 4 fingers below the navel where we've put our hands, yeah, okay? Yeah, that's like a junction, yeah? It's a bit like if you look under your sink and there's like a junction, yeah? So these 2 side channels can plug into your main central channel at that point, yeah, okay? Actually, there's many ways to visualize this central channel and side channels, but this is like a simplified version, yeah? So that's fine, yeah, okay? So the central channel, where does it start? It starts here, yeah? This is the famous what they call third eye, yeah? This is the what... So Rinpoche Lai was always laughing a lot about this Lobsang Rampa, yeah? Lobsang Rampa. Okay, there's some books. I don't know if anybody's seen them in English. There's some books called Lobsang Rampa, The Adventures of Lobsang Rampa or something, that were written, I don't know, in the 50s or 60s. And there was one man who apparently was a postman, yeah, an English postman, but then he saw the reports of the first people coming back from Tibet, yeah. There were few people went to Tibet, yeah. And so anyway, based on what they said, he wrote this series of fantastic adventures called the Lobsang Rampa series, yeah. So there's something very famous and very funny in this book, which, by the way, is completely not true. Yeah, just before I tell you what it is. So, in this Lobsang Rampa, who's supposed to be one Tibetan monk, yeah, from the from the Chagpuri Medical School, okay, and all this stuff, yeah. So he claims that what the Tibetans do, which is completely not true, yeah. He says to open their third eye, here, this bit, yeah. He says they need to get one piece of wood and then they sort of hammer through the bone, you know, like this trepanning, yeah. So Rinpoche, every time he heard this, he used to find this incredibly funny and laugh, yeah, because it's absolutely wrong and not true at all, yeah. Here, what we actually believe is here is the subtle entrance to our central channel, yeah, like a little hole, yeah, okay. So actually, we don't need to do anything like stick a piece of wood in. We just need to meditate, yeah, and then naturally we'll open, okay. So anyway, so don't worry, no nails or spikes or bits of wood are necessary, yeah. So anyway, so here is the beginning of the central channel, and then it looks like an umbrella handle, yeah. So like an umbrella handle is curved, and then there's a long straight pole, no? So our central channel is like, actually it's thinner than my little finger. This actually, it's the size of an arrow. So actually an arrow is thinner than that, yeah, okay. Maybe it's like half the size of my little finger, yeah. If in doubt, get an arrow and have a look, yeah. Okay, wooden arrows are a bit fatter. Anyway, they mean a wooden arrow, no, but they didn't have any other technology in those days, yeah. So get one arrow and you can see the size that is indicated in our meditation manual. So it goes from here, curves to the top of the head, and then actually runs down the back, yeah. And remember, we haven't got a spine anymore because we've got an empty body. And then it goes all the way down, yeah. Actually, it goes down to our perineum, yeah. And 4 fingers below the navel, where we put our hands like that, these 2 channels here, the side channels where we actually breathe through, yeah, they plug into the central channel, yeah. So it's kind of like a plumbing system of channels or something like that, yeah, okay. So why is all this interesting, yeah? So, and you might say, oh, you know, that's all not true. Actually, when I breathe into my lungs, and we all know that, you know, we all studied anatomy. Yes, of course, we're all breathing into our lungs, but we're talking about energy on the subtle level, yeah? Yeah. So anyway, so energetically, yeah. Actually, this is true, actually, in acupuncture. There's some points there, very powerful, yeah. And if you stick a needle in there, it's doing some very strong things. I'm not saying you should, but anyway. These are energetic channels, okay? So we say that these 2 side channels, yeah? Now we're breathing in here through these, yeah? And actually, for normal people, for us normal people, the central channel, which is the actual source of our life, energy, and vitality, is blocked, yeah? Okay, there is some energy in there, but we cannot get to it, yeah? Okay? So actually, all we're doing normally is breathing through the side channel down to there, then it's coming out again, yeah? So continuously through the side channel. And not only that, I don't know if you ever noticed, but there's a biorhythm. Now, if you go, I'll show you some tantric technology. Okay, one finger, lick your finger, put your finger under your nose. And if you notice, yeah, most people, normally the breath is coming out of one side or the other side, yeah. I mean, there are some points in the day where it comes out equally, yeah. But normally it goes out of one side or the other side, yeah, because we have a biorhythm every 2 hours where the actual breathing cycle, the breath switches from one nostril to the other, yeah, which is another. It's so amazing, this Indian Tibetan tradition. There's so many incredible things. So actually, it's not anything like way out. It's just looking at the reality of our life, yeah. So if you want to check this, you just get your finger, lick your finger, and then several times a day you stick your finger under your nose and you make a note which side is it coming out from, yeah, okay. So you should note that in different times of the day it's coming out from one side or the other, actually. And there's like every 2 hours, yeah, or every 4 hours there's like a switch over when the breath goes from one side to the other, yeah. And actually, that is exactly the time we normally say, I want a tea, I want a coffee, I want a cigarette, I want to do this, I want to do that, yeah? Because it's one change of energy and we feel something, even though we don't know what it is, yeah? So actually, what we're trying to do now is we want to balance the energies between the left and the right side, yeah? And well, anyway, we want to do many beautiful things with our breathing, yeah? Okay. Actually, first thing we want to do is actually clean the energies of our two side channels before we go on to anything more advanced, more fancy, more profound, more mind-blowing, yeah? First, we just want to clean the energy on the left and the right side, yeah? Okay. So, you know, when you, like, for example, when you go to the beach, yeah? When some of us go to the beach, yeah? At least when we were children, we all had like the mask, no? And we had the tube, yeah? And many of us, we like to, you know, go and swim a bit and look what we can see underneath the sea, no? It's a quite common thing to do when you're a child, yeah? So you know that you have the snorkel tube. So when you get a snorkel tube, yeah? First thing you need to do is not breathe in, you need to breathe out, yeah? Because most probably there's some water in it. If you breathe out, the water will go down into your lungs and it will be very unpleasant, yeah? So first, if you have a tube, first thing to do is clean the tube. Then you can start to breathe through it. So this is exactly the same idea, yeah? So what we're going to do, actually, is clean the left and right breathing channels, yeah? Okay? And then we start to do more interesting things with them, yeah? So this first one, which is called the 9-round breathing exercise, is literally this. Cleaning the breathing channels, yeah? So when they're clean, we have some possibility for the energies to flow in the best way, no? So actually we visualize like this. The central channel is very powerful, very strong, and these two side channels are kind of deflated. They're very thin and weak. They say like a straw of wheat, yeah? So if you want to get all these things, actually, you should get what they say and have a look, because then you get a clear image, yeah? So if you get one arrow, yeah? If you don't have an arrow, you can go on one of our gompas. We have them in the wealth bumper, no? Anyway, or look on the internet, yeah? Get one arrow and get 2 straws of wheat, and you can see that one is very thin and very tiny, and the other is big and strong. So that's what we're visualizing. The central channel, big and powerful. The 2 side channels, very thin and weak, yeah? Okay? So then, what we need to do is we have a special way of like expelling the dirty airs from the 2 side channels, like the snorkel, yeah? Okay? So what we need to do, okay, we are made of light, yeah? Our body is very light, very soft, yeah? Made of rainbow light, yeah? Okay? Clear, yeah? Actually here in the instructions that Geshe Tendai gave us, he said, if you visualize like with this empty body and sit in the Vajra position, he said, your body and mind will become very light, yeah? And he said this can even heal obesity if you're quite overweight now. So it said your whole energy will change and you'll become more in balance, and you actually become more healthy, yeah? Just by doing this, yeah? And in the past, there's many stories of yogis, and they just say, I have the best sitting position. From this sitting position, I can achieve awakening, I can achieve enlightenment. So all these things are important, okay? Yeah? So we have these central channel, yeah? Like the width of a wooden arrow, yeah? Okay. And the channels are made of light, very smooth, and it says like flower petals. So for example, if you don't know what that is, you get a flower petal and feel it like a rose petal or something, yeah? So it's very soft and a little bit oily, the feeling, yeah? Very, and also very flexible, yeah? So inside the channels are light, yeah? And so it says there's some light inside, like in the center one, there's like the light like a sesame seed oil lamp, but maybe you can visualize something like a candlelight, yeah? A little bit orangey, reddish, yeah? The central channel is blue on the outside and red on the inside. The left one, which is white on the outside and red on the inside. And the right one is red on the outside and white on the inside. Have you got that? Good. Okay, so the channels are blue, the central one, let me get this right, yeah. Blue and white and red. This is the outside. White, blue, and red, okay? Red, blue, and white. Now, in the center, they are red, red, and white, okay? Or white, red, and red, okay? So I hope you've all got that now, yeah? Anyway, so 3 channels, yeah, okay? And you can see through them, yeah, okay? And he says you can see the whole thing inside this little body from the beginning, the whole thing, yeah? So for the 9-round breathing meditation, we need to make a Vajra fist, yeah, with both hands. So what is a Vajra fist? It's like not a fist like that, yeah, like a normal fist, yeah. A Vajra fist is like that, yeah, okay. So also it's a peace fist because you couldn't punch anybody like that because you break your thumb, yeah. So first thing is it's a non-violent fist, yeah, because you cannot hurt anybody with this fist, yeah. But we call it a Vajra fist because with the thumb, we press what we call the root of the ring finger, and we go like that, yeah, okay? And this is what we call a Vajra or a diamond fist, yeah? And also that one, we do the same, yeah, okay? And as you might notice, a ring, yeah, okay? Some speculation that these rings may work in the same way, actually, yeah, okay? That's why we put like wedding rings and stuff on this finger, yeah, okay? Anyway, we make Vajra fist with both hands, yeah? And then, okay, we're sitting cross-legged, yeah, with our back straight, yeah. Or if not, we're maybe sitting in a chair with our knees down. Okay, best is if you can sit cross-legged, yeah. Okay. Then you put it on your knees, not hard because it hurts. Softly place your Vajra fist down on your knees, yeah. And there's all these meditations. There's many different ways to do. Okay, yeah. So first thing we need to do is we have the Vajra fist, so we take it up our thighs, up to our nipples, and then we go like this and go out like this, yeah, yeah. Okay, have you got that? So put your Vajra fist on your knees, then rub, yeah, upwards, yeah, up your sides, up to your nipples, and then go like this, yeah. Then you put your hands out like that. That's the first part, okay? Let's put it down. Like that, okay? Okay, not too hard. If you don't do this too hard, otherwise tomorrow it hurts. If you keep banging your side like that, it really hurts. Yeah? Just do softly. Yeah? On YouTube and stuff like that, or we can see like some of these Tibetan yogis who train in this, okay? They're doing like really hard and really everything, but we're not like people, like for example, there's one DVD, no? Now it's on YouTube, no? Of the yogis of Tibet, and there is one Lama who said he does 2 hours a day, this kind of like training of the yoga and so on. Yeah? It means every day, 2 hours a day, he does this. So of course he's good at it, yeah? His body's in good condition, he knows how to do, yeah? So we shouldn't look at that and think, I will do the same as him. Well, if not, you'll get difficulty, no? So we'll go like this, but not too hard, yeah? Now, the Tibetan ancient way, they say you should do this sat in your underpants or something, and yeah, little yoga outfit, yeah? And also you should cover yourself in oil. So I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do that. Also, it's cold, sorry, yeah? You can also do it with your clothes on, yeah? This is, okay, one idea, yeah, okay? I mean, what you want to do in the privacy of your own home, that's entirely up to you, yeah? Okay? But we don't do stuff like that in our centres, by the way, just for your information, yeah? We do these kind of exercises, but fully dressed in a very, of course, yeah? So anyway, so we take the hands up the thighs like this, up to the nipples, yeah? So we have some channels down here. So actually, if you like, you can do many times, yeah? And they say this is waking up very important life channels, yeah? So these are channels that are called the channels of life. And if you keep doing this, what it does is it stops you dying, apparently, yeah? Also this at the side, we're not trying to imitate a chicken or anything like this. We're trying to wake up like one energy that stops us from dying, yeah, okay? Maybe some explanation, it's like blocking one channel and then it stops your energy going out and you die. There's many of these explanations, okay? Yeah. Sorry?
More like prolonging life rather than stopping dying.
Yeah, so okay, let's put it in a better, let's speak better English. We are prolonging life by doing this, okay? So Rinpoche always said, like, we need to do at least 3 times like this, from your knees up to your nipples and down again, okay? Like this, yeah? So also you said you shouldn't do it, really shouldn't do it too hard, yeah? Okay? Actually, Geshe Tenda said, yeah? No, I'm not joking, yeah? Okay? He said, don't do it very strongly. He said, if you hit your chest very hard, you can end up with a heart problem, yeah? This is why, you know, these things are strong, okay? This is why Rinpoche, Lama Genshin said this is preparation for these kind of practices, yeah? And we just do a little bit, like, to give some kind of auspicious impression, actually, you know, yeah? So maybe you do a little bit, yeah, but do not exaggerate, yeah? Because all these things are super strong, yeah? Like, for example, this breathing meditation, this 9-round breathing meditation, it says do it 9 times. So if it says 9 times, do it 9. Don't do it like 99 times, for example. If you do it 99 times, you'll get a problem, yeah? Okay? And after I explain, and actually I saw once, I was in Borobudur one time with Rinpoche, and once there came one guy, one man in the 20s, no? And then he was doing this 9-round breathing meditation, which we're about to show. And then he was doing like many, many times, okay? And we said, please stop, that's too much. But then he was doing it and feeling a kind of high or something. Then he went kind of, looked like cuckoo, he went crazy, yeah, okay? Because he was not following the instruction, yeah? I mean, all these things, there's some meaning. For example, if it says when you're driving your car, drive 30 kilometers in this area, and if you drive at 300, then you'll get a problem, no? It's the same, no? These instructions are there for some reason, no? Based on the experience of great master, great teacher. So if it says 9, do 9, okay? Not more than 9, not less than 9, 9, okay? So that's what we have to do, okay? Anyway, Rinpoche, Lama Genshin, he always make this like kind of very like nice, you know, like how he start with all these exercises actually was is that actually Dawa Lama Nune I interviewed her this summer in Albaniano, yeah? And she told the story, but I can't remember exactly. She said, okay, one time she was in one place with Rinpoche, now I can't remember exactly the place, yeah, her and some other disciples. And then she was doing aerobics, okay? You know, it's the 80s, the 90s, you know, we all wanted to be, I don't know, like doing aerobics, yeah? Jane Fonda, yeah? So she was doing aerobics. Then Rinpoche saw her and said, what are you doing? And then he said, okay. She said, I'm doing aerobics, yeah? Okay. And then Rinpoche said, okay, but then when you do these movements, you need to do like Om Mani Padme Hum. So we made it like do this movement together with Om Mani Padme Hum, yeah? And Nune can explain it much better than me, yeah? Okay. But this is the first time that Rinpoche start like to explain these kind of movements in the West, and then gradually explain more and more and more. And then he explained all kinds of, also within the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, many kinds of movements and mudras and breathing and this kind of yantra or Trulko yoga, okay? Which within our self-healing system is part of it, okay? Actually, within the Kagyupa and Nyingma tradition, they have hundreds of these exercises, okay? But actually in our tradition, the Gelugpa tradition, apparently Lama Tsongkhapa, mainly he liked the 5 yogas of Naropa, yeah? And within that there's some physical exercise. He said, okay, basically that was enough, yeah? But then we have many, many systems actually. So then Lama Genshin was like putting together this Trulko yoga for us and modern people, okay? So anyway, so we do like this. Just check that this explanation is exactly the same, yeah? Okay, so we do like this, yeah? Then excuse me. Okay, put like this. Now this is a Vajra fist, okay? Now this one, hang on, is this the same? Oh, actually, maybe this is slightly different, yeah? This is another Trulka exercise, yeah? Excuse me. We have many of these, yeah? Okay, let's stick to what it says in here, yeah? Okay, it says, page 66, make a Vajra fist with your left hand. Okay, place it under your right armpit. So this is the same, yeah? Okay. So we go like this, up to the nipples, yeah? Out. Then we go like this. Not hard or it hurts, okay? Yeah? Then this, you go like this and press down, yeah, okay? Then, okay, this is a Vajra fist, yeah, like that, yeah? Now, extend your middle finger, yeah, and place your index finger on the top, yeah? I always thought it was a bit like an elephant or something. We have some mudras, like in our pujas, we have all these kind of offerings, yeah, like precious horse, precious elephant, all kinds of things. So I always thought this was a bit like an elephant, but that's just me, yeah, okay? But anyway. So it's a little bit strange on your fingers, yeah? This will stop you getting stiff fingers, actually. All these kind of special, I can't even do it, yeah? That goes over there, yeah? Okay, like that, yeah? Okay, now, so this one is under here like this, yeah? Now, with this, we block the left nostril like this, okay? So, we're visualizing the three channels. The central channel is very soft and supple, the size of an arrow, yeah? From here, going down the back, yeah, and to the perineum. Two side channels run parallel with it, very thin and weak, like wheat straws, and they plug into the central channel, 4 fingers below the navel, yeah, okay? So, we breathe into the right nostril. Actually, this very, Rinpoche always put incredible, beautiful meditations, yeah, okay? So we breathe in, imagining that the essence of the pure 5 elements, yeah, space, wind, water, earth, and fire, and positive and healing energies of all holy beings, blessings, enter the right channel and absorb into the subtle wind of the heart in the aspect of white light, yeah? So beautiful, no? So powerful as well, yeah? Okay. Then, what we do is we block the right nostril and we breathe out through the left nostril in 3 short breaths, imagining, like, that means like, yeah? Or maybe not with that, but just, it's coming out, yeah? Okay. Imagining that all sicknesses, polluted element winds, and interferences of the left side of the body are expelled in the aspect of polluted black smoke, yeah? So what's happening is there's the kind of this like 2 side channels, and there's this junction underneath the navel, no? So the wind is going, okay, like, it's going down the right side, yeah? Then it's going across the central channel, no? And then we put the finger there, no? Yeah? And then, so it's going out through this one, yeah? So it's kind of like a U, isn't it? So it's going in this way, down, and then out through this one. So it means all the blockage and negative energy and so on and sickness of this side, yeah? The wisdom side is cleaned, yeah? Okay? So we do like this, okay? So let's have a go together, okay? Let's try and follow what Rinpoche said. So sit in the Vajra position, yeah? Make the Vajra fist, yeah? Okay? Put the Vajra fist on your knee. Put it like we're doing like this, warming up the channels, yeah? Prolonging life, yeah? Then we go like that, yeah? Okay? Not too hard, yeah? Then what we do is put that there, not hard, yeah? And we squeeze here, yeah? Then this one, yeah? Is like that, and that goes on top, yeah? Okay? With this, we close the left nostril, and then breathe in. The energy goes down to below the navel, no? Then with this finger, we close here, and then all the negative and so on goes out from that nostril. This is the first 3 rounds, okay? Then what we do? Put our hands on the knee, and we do the same on the other side, yeah? Okay, then, same, yeah? Now this time, the right hand goes under the left, yeah? Yeah? Squeeze, yeah? The index finger goes over the middle finger. Now we block the right nostril. So this time we breathe in the essence of the 5 pure elements, healing energy, medicine, and so on. And then we expel all sickness and blockage and negativity from the right side of the body, no? Okay? So this is 6 times, yeah? Okay? So what we're trying to do is clean the 2 channels, like the snorkel tube, okay? So then we can actually start to breathe through them properly, yeah? Okay? Okay, then next, what we do is we place our hands in the meditation mudra of Supreme Healer Amitabha, and we breathe evenly through both nostrils, visualizing that all holy beings' energy enters through both the left and right channels and absorbs into the subtle wind and energy at the heart. Concentrate on this until it becomes slightly uncomfortable, and then breathe out all negativities, physical and mental sickness, and polluted winds from the right and left sides of the body in 3 short breaths through both nostrils. Yeah, okay. So now we're sitting cross-legged. Yeah, the left one goes down, the right hand goes in the lap. Yeah, we're like this, no? And now we're breathing in. This is why Rinpoche showed like this with the fingers to indicate what we're doing. You know, with our meditations, we're always showing like Om and all this stuff to show where the energy is going. Yeah. So now we breathe in through the 2 side channels. Yeah. Both channels equally, and then with 3 short breaths, we expel the energy from the both channels equally. Okay, and that's 9, and that's enough. Okay. Yeah. So we should do this like every single day, actually, yeah, because our meditation is together with breathing, no? So we need to be able to breathe properly, yeah. So this is actually a very basic, important, fundamental healing practice, yeah. The 9-round healing meditation, yeah. Okay. So actually, you should do it every morning. Actually, you know, one of the important things to do every day. Actually, if you can. If not, we can do sometimes, yeah. Okay. So we just do like that. So why would we just do 9 times, like 3 on the left, 3 on the right, and 3 in the middle? Because it's enough, yeah. If you do it like 99 times, you will get lung, you will get dizzy, yeah, and then you won't be able to sleep. You'll feel anxious and so on, because these practices are powerful. Okay, so it says 9, do 9. Okay, if not, don't complain. Okay. Anyway, so we do like that. Okay. So then Rinpoche says, the meditation mudra of Supreme Healer Amitabha symbolizes the unification of the male and female energies. It also symbolizes taking care of the central channel and holding our life energy within it. Okay. So Rinpoche always said our central channel is very upset with us because we never take care of it, and then it starts to react and cause us problems because we never take care. Yeah. So now we're making peace with our profound and essential life energy. Okay. So now let's do the meditation together. Yeah. So okay. So now we'll just do it. Now, if we just do it, we can't talk yet. But anyway, we'll just do. Okay. Sit straight. Yeah. Vajra fists. Now you can't see, but I've got my hands in the meditation mudra of Amitabha. Okay. Okay, and that is the 9-round breathing meditation. Okay. Also, with these things, you need to keep your chin tucked in, yeah, some reason, otherwise the energy goes to your head, to your brain, and you get spaced out. That's why we do like this. And also, you need to squeeze a little bit your perineum, okay, to keep the energies inside, okay. So, okay, that's the first one, the 9-round breathing meditation, yeah. So, okay, homework for the next 2 days. Who have a go at this tomorrow? Yeah, let's try it. No, let's see if we before we do the meditation tomorrow, when we do our mantra, when we do our sadhana, whatever. Let's try and do this and see if we feel more clear, more bright, if it has any difference. No, because all these things we need to see how it's working for us. No, well, let's try over the next few days to do that. Okay. So, okay, so Geshe Tenda, yeah, he said that, okay, there's different versions of this, you know, each one, there's not just one version, yeah, so Rinpoche La, he said that, for example, you breathe in the energy of the 5 pure elements like a rainbow, okay, and then expel all the sickness and negativity like smoke, okay. Yeah, also Geshe Tenda, when he explained in January 1993, yeah, he said, okay, you do like this, breathe in, don't breathe in very strongly, but breathe in a long way, yeah, like in a long and smooth way, yeah. So the energy goes down there through the red channel, yeah, and then we breathe out through this one, yeah. He said also you can do like this, yeah, or you can keep your left hand as a Vajra fist at your navel, yeah, okay. That's another possibility. There's many possibilities, yeah, okay. Then he said we do the other side, yeah. So here he says, with our imagination, we breathe long and smoothly the Buddha and Bodhisattva's blessings in the form of white-colored energy that goes down the channel. Then it exits the right channel in the form of black wind, no? So it says all our negativity and depression, body and mental and physical sickness leaves here, like the black smoke of a train. You know what I mean? Like now we don't have steam trains anymore, fortunately, but before, you know, they used to have these steam trains with huge like smoke coming out, black smoke, so huge smokes coming out from our nostril, yeah, okay. And where does it go? It disappears into space, so it's not contaminating the environment, yeah. So we do one side, and then that side, yeah. So, how do I say? First we do like this side, no? So this is released, this side, yeah, is related to attachment and desire, yeah. So first we're purifying that, okay. Then we do the second time, yeah. So that way we're releasing anger and impatience and nervousness, yeah, okay. Yeah. So then we do the third time, and we have the hands in the meditation mudra of Amitabha, and now we do like a white, red, and blue light rays and nectars enter both nostrils through both channels. Yeah. Okay, so it says when they go in, yeah, they also enter the central channel, yeah. So when the airs from the left and right channel enter the central channel inflates and the two side channels deflate, yeah. So he said, for an ordinary person, the central channel is full of ignorance, yeah? And so now what we do is we imagine as we don't, so now this is interesting. We breathe in here, and then as we breathe out, it goes up the umbrella handle and breathes out from here, like smoke comes out here, yeah? So many kind of smoke and black energy comes out from here between the two eyebrows, not from the nostrils, yeah, okay? Okay, so let's try that one, yeah? There's many, many beautiful variations of these meditations, yeah? Okay, so you got it, yeah? This first time, yeah? First time. We'll breathe in, white light, this purifying desirous attachment, yeah? The first time we expel from that side. Then we do this side, no? We breathe in through this side and out through that side. It's purifying hatred, anger, nervousness, super important, yeah? Then we put our hands together in the meditation mudra. We breathe in red, white, and blue lights and nectars. As we breathe in, the side channels deflate, and our central channel is blown like like the children's balloon, you know, in the children's party. So that it expands, no? The central channel becomes full of energy, and it expels like black energy here from the third eye. Okay, so we do like this. Okay. So let's try that one together, okay? Remember, we've got an empty body, a tongra, an empty body of light, okay? Not physical, not made of flesh and bones and so on. and so on. There's many, all these meditations, there's many variations and varieties, okay? So anyway, so we should do one or both of those, okay? And then we should actually try it, not just, we shouldn't be like a leaky pot, like, oh, I heard that, and then, yes, what was that? And then next week, I cannot remember anything, no idea what on earth Lama Caroline was talking about, completely forgotten. So we shouldn't be like that. I mean, I'm not saying all this for me, I'm doing this because Rinpoche, he requests that we pass through the NgalSo teachings in detail, okay? Why? So that we can all practice them in more detail. So anyway, so then if the explanation's there, it's up to you if you do or not. But let's try and do, no? Okay? Also, it will create a positive tendril, a positive interdependence for Rinpoche to come back, no? As future Rinpoche, if we all actually put his teaching into practice, yeah? Definitely he will return in his new form, yeah? Okay, so anyway, so these kind of, okay, this is the very first one. It's called the 9-round healing breathing meditation. Through these breathing meditations, we can prevent many kinds of sicknesses of body and mind, yeah, okay? So Lama Tsongkhapa, in his explanation of the 6 yoga of Naropa, yeah, he talks about all these things, yeah? Actually, we have a Lama Ganchen in his past life was Panchen Zanpotashi, okay? Panchen Zanpotashi was the disciple of Gedun Drub, the first Dalai Lama. Gedun Drub was the disciple of Lama Tsongkhapa, okay? So Panchen Zanpotashi was like the, let's say, spiritual grandson of Lama Tsongkhapa, yeah? So both Lama Tsongkhapa and Gedun Drub and Panchen Zanpotashi, they wrote commentaries about this. And we, in the collected works of Panchen Zanpotashi, we have this translated, yeah. Soon we hope to publish this, like the tantric work, more of the tantric works of Panchen Zanpotashi. So there's a very beautiful commentary of all these exercises of Naropa, yeah, okay. So, so here, Geshe Tenda says, yeah, important at least to think when you breathe in, you're breathing in white light, and it's the blessing of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, yeah. And as you breathe out is coming all your negativity, your sickness, your heavy mind, your depression in the form of black smoke, yeah? Yeah. And he said, actually, this thing of white light coming in and black light coming out, that was added by Lama Tsongkhapa, yeah? To accumulate positive energies and purify our mental defilements, yeah? So anyway, so in Tibetan it's called lung ro sel, to expel the stale air, yeah? And then he said, then Geshe Tenda said that after the breathing exercise, then we can start the Trulko, the yantra exercise, yeah? So Trulko means machine, mechanism, yeah? With a machine, with a mechanism, we can do many things very quickly, yeah? And in this case, it means we can increase the positive energy in our channels and chakras very quickly, yeah? And it says nowadays we use technology, we use machines, and then we can do incredible things like build houses and cars and go to the moon. We can do it all very quickly, yeah? And each one of these machines has like some kind of mechanism that turns, no? This is the core, yeah, the wheel, the turning, yeah? And there's some, so this movements, yeah, give power, give energy to the subtle body, so they help us to achieve spiritual realizations very quickly, yeah? So, like I say, there's actually a whole long commentary actually of all this kind of thing, yeah, which we can pass through bit by bit, yeah. But now we're following the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing too. So for now, what we need to concentrate on is like these beautiful instructions that Rinpoche and Geshe Tenda, yeah, from Lama Tsongkhapa, Panchen Zanpotashi, and the yogis of our tradition that left to us, yeah. So these days, let's try, yeah, these 9-round breathing meditations. Actually, especially you should try them. Actually, there's a biorhythm, yeah, like basically every 2 hours, yeah. It means 2 hours according to the solar time, not according to the Western time, okay, the modern time, yeah. But basically, every time you start thinking, I need a cup of tea, I need coffee, I need a cigarette, you could do the 9-round breathing meditation and then see how you feel. That's the idea. And the point is, doing this, that we should try, the 2 energies will gradually become balanced in the 2 nostrils, yeah, okay? Which is having actually incredible effects actually on our brain, on our consciousness, and all kinds of things, yeah? Very, very powerful, very useful, yeah? Anyway, more about this another time, yeah? So let's please try and put these things into practice. Yeah. Also me, I'm trying to put these things into practice, not telling you something that I'm not trying to do myself. So let's go on the self-healing journey together. Yeah. And then also each time we can discuss how we feel, our experience, if we have any doubts, and this is what we have the Zoom groups for. Yeah. Okay. Because obviously this is a monologue, yeah, but then we have all the groups on the other days, for our different Sangha groups. So any questions about the self-healing practice, you can ask, okay? So anyway, so let's go on the Mahayana journey of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing together. Huntos Pademas, together we can, okay? And let's put Rinpoche's beautiful teachings into practice, yeah? A, we will feel much better, we will achieve healing and balance, yeah? And B, we'll create the cause for Rinpoche to come back, no? If we all do it, then it's more interested to come back, yeah? With us, no? Anyway, so like that, yeah? So anyway, so I hope you found that interesting, yeah? Next time we will, on Thursday, no? We will continue with the next part of this. That next part of this is the one what's called vase breathing, pranayama meditation, of which there's hundreds, okay, in our tradition, but Rinpoche specifically explained 2, okay? So we will look at those 2 next time, yeah, okay? So we will do like this and try and actualize and internalize Rinpoche's beautiful teachings and bring self-healing and NgalSo, relaxation and regeneration into our lives, okay? So that would be really wonderful, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to dedicate, yeah, okay? So please touch your hand to your heart, and most of you look a lot at WhatsApp, yeah, in our Sangha. Because obviously this broadcast is mainly for the members of the NgalSo spiritual community, although of course anybody in the world is like welcome to listen if they like. But our community, we have tons of WhatsApp groups, loads, yeah. And within this, there's always we have the Reiki group, we have the prayer groups from the different countries, and so on, yeah. So there's each day, each week, there's many people asking for prayers for their sick and suffering friend and relative, yeah. All kinds of different unfortunate situation, yeah. Okay. So touch your hand to your heart. And then please you bring to mind the ones that you heard in the last few days who are sick, who are suffering, who need help. I mean, not only in our prayer groups, but also if you saw the news or something, yeah? Bring to mind those that you feel need to receive help, need healing, need emotional and energetic support, okay? Okay, so we're dedicating. That means we're sending our positive energy to them, yeah? Okay? Because that's what we Buddhists do. We make positive energy and we give it away. That's our way, okay? Okay, so please touch your hand to your heart, and then we will say our NgalSo dedication prayers, but we'll say them, meaning them, yeah? When we say Om Vishwa Shanti Hum, Om Inner and World Peace Hum, we'll mean it, and we'll send peace to the hearts of those who are sick, who are suffering, who are tired, and so on, yeah? Okay? Om Vishwa Shanti Hum, Om Vishwa Shanti Hum, Om Vishwa Shanti Hum, Om Vishwa Shanti, Om Vishwa Shanti. By the power of the truth, peace and bliss forever. By the power of the truth, peace and bliss forever. By the power of the truth, peace and bliss forever. Lama Kunchasona Kyap Suchi, Rani Lasa Donil Zonecho, Donacho Sonyecho Dadahanda, Kyecho Hokundu Jishin, Dona Diso Nampa Geweso, Jine Sapane Nyududa, No Pupanzo Shambhala Gene, La Mehelangiran Patashi. Ni modele sendele, ni me koya handele shid, ni senta hatu dele pel, koncho hosungi ji, koncho hosungi, koncho hosungi tashi. At dawn or dusk, at night or midday, May the three jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve all realizations and sprinkle the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness. Now the dedication taken from the 10th chapter of Bodhisattva Charya Avatara that Rinpoche La recite many, many, many times in the last 1 or 2 years before his passing into paranirvana. Okay, so he knew what was going to happen, obviously. Okay, may everybody who's sick with disease be freed at once from every sickness. May the sickness or every sickness that afflicts the living beings be wholly and forever absent from the world. May medicines be full of strength. May our prayers and mantras be chanted with success. May the bacteria and virus that feed on our flesh be kind to us, their mind filled with pity for us. May beings everywhere who suffer torment in their bodies and mind have, by virtue of my merit, joy and happiness in limitless amounts. As long as space exists, for as long as there are sentient beings, for that long may I continue to be reborn, to drive away the sorrow of the world. May the pain and sorrow of all migrating beings ripen completely upon me, and may the virtuous company of bodhisattvas always bring about the happiness of beings. May the Dharma, the only cure for sorrow, the source of every bliss and happiness, be blessed with resources, may it be respected, and may it continue for a vast amount of time. Okay? Mihikme sewe te chen chen rizi rime kempe wampo jampe ya lupo mahalu Jonse samweda Ganchen kepe Suge songafa Lozan drape Shabla sowade. Okay, so thank you all very much for listening. Hope that was useful. So let's try it over the next couple of days. Let's try and do in the mornings, before we do our practice. Let's try and do the 9, or before we do our practice, or evenings. Let's try and do the 9-round breathing meditation. Okay, there's 2 systems. Let's try both of them, not the same day, yeah. And then we see how we feel about that, if it's useful and beneficial for us. Okay, so we will continue on Thursday at 7 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock in the evening, Central European time. Okay, so thank you all very much for listening. See you all soon. Thank you very much. Okay.